And the recording thing didn't derp out this time, so I guess that means there's gonna be a lucky writing session. Let's see. We're still in the midst of an action scene, and then we can move on to greater things, I suppose. Let's see. You're a monster. It was not the wittiest retort of dummy ever made. Fight, but she meant it thoroughly, and Marcel reacted almost like it was a better line than it was. He looked rather hurt. Monster, huh? Marcel asked. I feel I'm a monster. Then you are as well. We have both done so many terrible things in many different worlds. We've killed the same people so many times. This world is different, though. Much larger than usual. What? I asked. The last world we were in, much smaller. It had... You could fit 1,000,000 of those worlds of that Earth into this one. It's so big. I'm sure you can sense it. Marcel replied. It doesn't. It is the size of Jupiter. It is the same size. At the same time, same size as our gas giant twin, Jupiter. Tommy noted. Marcel's eyes lit up then. The size of Jupiter. Solid. It's quite a world to conquer. A world worth ruling over. Marcel replied. Tommy supposed she would have gone in on about more of the history of the planet. About how their small part of it is separate from the larger body, from the bulk, by the endless oceans, which were not actually endless, but might as well have been with the current level of technology. No one could pass them, and it would likely centuries before anyone could, at least in this part of it. More likely the world would come to Dami's part of it instead of the other way around. Explorers like the ones came to the new world and conquered it. Dami could only hope these conquistadors, another world, or another part of the world, would be a kind bunch. They wouldn't rape and pillage their way around the known world just because they could. The known world, as it was called. Alright. Let's see. I said, Dami would have gone over it. But Marcel suddenly resumed his attack. More weapons were thrown at Dami. Almost like very odd, almost like arrows. I was sure any of them passed through her easily. Somehow passed through her shield, since Marcel was putting quite a lot of power through them. Having dodged several blades and apologetically vaporized them after they passed. They were someone's great heirloom, some property of some valiant knight. Tommy was pretty sure that no one evil was buried in those catacombs below. That included the knights. Evil, knights. Corrupt. A long sword flew at Dami. She struck it with her own black sword. There was a vicious clanging back and forth for a bit till Dami's fire from her blade spread to it. What does spread mean? Spread. Spread front to it and started melting it where it floated. The sword abruptly seemed to lose itself, its sentience, and it plummeted through the sky to the ground far below. Among the many dead cultists and jades scattered about the area. Dami didn't relent, raining fire on those men. She wished she could take out Marcel quicker so she could concentrate on helping Belle and her comrades. If all else failed, she supposed she could teleport them away. It'd take a lot of energy. She hopefully wouldn't mean her doom. A short sword came next, and Dami couldn't be bothered to dodge it. She fired a great blast of energy right at it, and the blade was reduced to a molten sludge. It tumbled through the air. Another short sword came from a different angle, but Dami dodged it with her superior speed. She then sliced through it with her own sword, breaking it. The short sword, apparently too embarrassed by this to continue on, dropped from the sky like the long sword. Some battle axe was next. Looking like something executioner would carry with pride up to the chopping block. It was so thick about the head that the dummy almost mistook it for some ancient sledgehammer or warhammer, whatever they would call such things back then. Warhammer, yes, I'm familiar with that. Warhammer's got so much stuff going on that it is impossible to show everything. It would drive me nuts if I was writing that stuff. Anyway, let's see. Tommy, the hammer-like axe, was leading a crowd of swords, dozens of them. Tommy saw no option but to flee. She charged up her powers, the best she could do, and fired off a dozen blasts of energy, vaporizing those weapons. Before any could get within 2 meters of her, the one that lasted the longest was the big axe. Its head melted off the handle, great handle, and the whole thing crumbled. A big glob of ancient metal was all that was left of those weapons. Now he then saw 100 swords coming, all at once, like a wave attack. You could only almost imagine an army of invisible warriors, swords held high, bellowing, charging at her. Just a moment. Charging at her. Dami. A few reached Dami before it could fall back. She gave them a few good whacks with her own sword. She caused a few dozen to catch fire. But they still kept coming. It was like a dogfight. Like with hundreds of planes chasing one plane, or doing every evasive maneuver to get away. And we lost them in a mass of trees for a spell, giving herself time to come up with a plan. She saw them a bunch stuck among the branches and set those trees aflame, burying and smothering the ancient swords in fresh flame. A few dozen survived. That was the right term. And that was a far more manageable number. 100. Now we destroyed them individually with a small blast energy, not needing much. She was saving the bulk of her energy for Marcel. Lord Marcel. Now we almost thought that she didn't want to allow him such a power, such a grandiose title. The dummy was nothing but a crazed killer. Coincidentally, the other story I'm working on, Dami is fighting another superhuman in a similar fashion, though different naturally. I'm not writing the same battle twice. Not only would that be lazy, that would be annoying. One more sword flung itself at Dami, and she seized it about the blade. The said blade. She had fallen into a trap without realizing it, the blade suddenly had a mass of electricity coursing through it, its whole frame, and that electricity quickly transferred to Dami. She shivered and jumped through the air as the electricity ran through her body. I managed to stifle a scream, and she willed that electricity fly out of her, dissipate in the air. Took some deep breaths. Her heart was pounding in her chest. Her ears were pounding. Punning. Felt like she just suffered a heart attack that somehow spread over her whole body. It was far from the worst pain she had endured. That sword was coming at her for a second time. Dami roared at the sword and swung at it, her blade. Her anger and power was great enough. The sword was just atomized on contact. Her blade. Literally nothing left of it. It was then that Lord Marcel himself appeared with his own long sword. He flung himself at Dami with an eager look, and they clanged blades back and forth like two old professionals. They darted through the burning forest, still clanging blades. They flew among some rocky hills, still clanging blades. They literally crashed through a tree. Big old tree exploded outward into a million pieces of shrapnel, still clanging blades. Elsewhere, catacomb, Belle wished that she could reach Dami and tell her to lay off on to let the mummies die again. It wasn't a matter, this being such a perversion of nature, that the dead deserved to be in peace and not used as some prop. Certainly not used for killing. Belle was concerned that raising the dead and controlling them was using up too much of Dami's power, mental and otherwise. And she smashed through the ceiling. And Marcel followed her. Belle had lost sight of Dami. She had a feeling Dami fell to Marcel, that she would sense it. And maybe she would somehow die. She wasn't sure. She was a clone of Belle. Was her life force her own? Or really her own? Or was she only alive because some of Dami's energy flowed through her veins? Like with these mummies, living mummies, these skeletons marching about without Dami's energy in them. They'd go back to their eternal slumber. Well, okay, that's 20 minutes. See you later, folks.